We need to talk.
Hey, did you see this?
Head over heels.
Hello everybody, welcome to Head Over Heels. Two quick things. The first, I am from the United States of America, so if you're from a different country or a different culture, the things that I say here, they may not apply the same for you. Number two, I am not a licensed professional. Relationships are so complicated. They should be easy. You do your thing, I do mine, and sometimes we get together if I feel like it. Why does everything have to be such a big deal? Here on Head Over Heels, we talk about relationships and mental health, and today we're focusing in on what does avoidant attachment feel like. Before we talk about this though, do me a favor. What does avoidant attachment feel like for you? Let me know down below in the comments. Now, if you're not familiar with what avoidant attachment is, I've talked about it in other videos. I'll link to those at the end of this video. I wanted to focus today on what it feels like. At the core of avoidant attachment is a feeling of being uncomfortable when we're bonding with somebody. It comes down to feeling vulnerable and feeling insecure around somebody that we love. Really, at the heart of it, it's anxiety. When somebody moves closer into a more intimate relationship with us, it can feel threatening. We might start to fear that they expect something of us, or maybe that they're going to take something from us or harm us in some way. We may even recognize this and start to try to express ourselves, but when we open our mouths to speak, nothing comes out. It feels like there's this iron wall that slams down in front of us. That's the anxiety. If you grew up in a family that never really talked about emotions or just never talked about how you're feeling, this might be totally normal for you. It's just how you adapted to the environment that you were raised in. Hey. But that wall, the anxiety, that keeps you from having an authentic connection and a bond with somebody. For you, because of the way you were raised or the experiences that you've had in life, it probably just feels like other people are being a little bit too clingy and a little bit too needy. You might perceive your intimate partners as being demanding, and you might feel like they should be able to deal with their emotions on their own the way that you have. Why is this even an issue? And because of this feeling, this anxiety inside of you, everybody that you get close with is always still somewhat at a distance from you. You always have this large protective area that keeps people from getting too close. And in your intimate relationships, the anxiety that creates that protective area, the wall, that gets in the way.
Have I ever told you how much I love you?
So far, I've basically been talking about what's called dismissive avoidant attachment, but what about fearful avoidant attachment? Well, that wall is still there when it comes to fearful avoidant attachment, but sometimes that anxiety that keeps the wall in place, it gets too big and it breaks the wall down, and then it sends you running towards your partner looking for safety from them. You might start to become clingy towards them in the way that you don't like someone being clingy towards you. I need you. And then clinging to somebody feels uncomfortable because now you're too close again. So the wall comes slamming down. And so you get into this cycle, this constant back and forth where anxiety just seems to keep crashing into you like a wave. And you never really know how to deal with it. When you have this fearful avoidant attachment style, you probably start to feel like there's something wrong with you, or maybe you feel like there's something wrong with your partner. It's easy to see how it can feel like they're driving you crazy. Your relationships can start to feel like a roller coaster where you're constantly blaming them or blaming yourself, and you just start to lose track of what's going on and how you feel. And because of this, it can seem like any intimate relationship you're going to have is destined to be rocky and never work out. This is your fault for being so needy, but maybe this is my fault for shutting down. I don't know what's happening anymore. The good news about all of this is that avoidant attachment styles can change, just like any attachment style. You can learn to have satisfying relationships. The best place to learn how to do this is with a therapist who can help you to start feeling secure in the bond with them and carry that bond out into the world with you in your intimate relationships. They can teach you to have a relationship with that anxiety that you feel, to start to manage it, to regulate it, and to feel better when you get close to people. Relationships are hard for anyone. It's understandable to hesitate around somebody that makes you feel vulnerable. But it's in that space of vulnerability where we connect and bond with people. That emotional level of connecting and bonding, It enriches your life, and that's something that you deserve to have too. If you kept hearing the word anxiety in this video and you're like, I don't know what this person's talking about, anxiety, I don't really get that stressed out, you may be interested in some worksheets that I have on stress regulation over on my Patreon page. Those worksheets can help you to track what's going on inside of you to see where anxiety is showing up. On Patreon, I support people doing work that they love, and my patrons help to support me here in my mission of humanizing mental health. Thank you to my patrons. If you like learning about mental health and relationships, why not go to youtube.com/RyanLiberty, go hit subscribe. And remember to comment down below what avoidant attachment feels like for you. Thanks for joining me, everybody, on Head Over Heels. I'm sorry, what did you want to talk about?